Hello, everyone. Gosh, I've got my woolly jumper on today because I'm cold. I've just come in from doing the horses and it's a bit chilly here and it's dark and winter is really on its way in the UK. So thank you so much for everyone who's already joining us. Thank you, because I know Saturday early evening in the UK, we've got lots of people from all around the world. We've got Utah, let's go Brandon, Lancashire, Scotland, Arizona, can you send us some sunshine over please? Netherlands, Salem, Oregon. Oh, we're going to be talking about Salem a bit. And Christina, thank you so much for lots of people here who've got the same love of animals, because Maryland as well, Washington State. Please do tell us in the chat. I've got my lovely friend Andrea, as usual, joining us and keeping an eye on everything in the chat. And please do tell us how your week has been. I really want to see in the chat how your week has been. For me, I've had a really amazing week. Hi, Kelly. Because I have really been speaking to some super lovely people this time. I've been speaking to Bryce several times on different round tables and individuals, and Bryce and I just get on so well and we've got so much to talk about. We could literally speak to each other every day and not run out of conversations at all, because we're quite excited about all the new things that are coming out and we're learning about. And I have been speaking to Tamara and Cindy and Chantel from Africa, from Aquarius Rising Africa. If you didn't see that interview yesterday, Chantel is really amazing. She's such a font of knowledge. And under the video from yesterday, she has going to give any of our listeners, any of my channel listeners, special discount on her courses. And seriously, ladies and gents, they sound amazing. Alyssa Fuller is saying a good week for her. Good. That's really nice to hear. Noticing some positive changes. I'm feeling a lot of positivity here. I really am. Not when I say here, I'm not really talking about the UK. I haven't really been out and about much this week because I've been super busy with work, with all sorts of work. I mean, my work is so pleasurable, as well as my YouTube channel and the BitChute. Got a few interviews coming up that will definitely be going on BitChute rather than here. I also do a lot of work with animals and their humans, and I'm going to just cover that before we get over that at the moment. Because I get so many emails saying, how can people book animal communication or animal consults? At the moment, this week, my catherineedwards.life, if you look at the scrolling on the bottom of the screen, the catherineedwards.life for the last 24 hours, the website is down. We've got hosting issues. And we're trying to resolve that. So we're really hoping that will be back up and running on Monday. And when that's back up and running on Monday, you will be able to book me for consults through there, because I'm going to put in a calendar so people can book time zones in, because at the moment I'm so busy doing all the logistics of pushing the consults is taking a bit too much time. But up until that's up and running, the catherineedwardsacademy.com is where I've got my courses and consults. I really will ask anyone who's booking a consult with me, please look at the video at the top of that page first, which tells you how to fill in the consultation form and put what time zone you're in, because I've got such a long queue of people for the consults, a constant stream, really amazing clients. But if I have to go backwards and forwards multiple times asking what time zone you're in, etc., it wastes quite a lot of time and takes up a lot of admin time for me. So please do put that down on the consult form when you're making the booking. So hopefully that's clear anyway. Thank you. Love my sweater. Someone else said that the other day. I've had this sweater years. It's a really long cardigan, and because I've just rushed in from doing the horses, I had my big coat on it and everything. So I needed to actually keep warm. A few people saying, yes, you wish it would be over by Christmas. what an interesting thing to talk about. So let's talk about the movie for a bit. And I know this is a real trigger word for a lot of people, because when we're saying we're living in a movie, we're not undermining the real life impacts of people. And I didn't used to say this at all, because I'm not a film buff, as anyone who's watched my, if anyone has watched my videos. But so for example, I haven't watched the Truman Show and things like this, but what we are realizing is most of what we've been taught, good news. So I just seen Judith's good news that I put up on the screen. Just seen that a lot of what we're living in, we know that what we've been taught isn't true at all. So what we want to do is really just keep questioning. And all the guests that I'm speaking to at the moment, I'm really just going into for the conversations of questioning. What about this? What about that? What have we learned? I think it's almost you can look at what we've been taught and reverse it, and then we'll be pretty close to the truth. But I think it's really, really important that people keep that questioning, keep questioning everything, because even those of us who are watching on here, we can be into a full sense of security in terms of thinking that we know everything, and we so don't know everything. I mean, we have got so much to come in terms of telling us what's really going on. So I think everyone on here is pretty open-minded and is also doing a lot of work on themselves. And coming to that, look, Linda, thank you, Linda. Linda, thank you for your email. Sorry, I haven't had a chance this week to respond to everyone's emails, because I really have been super busy with some really, really exciting stuff that's coming up. People I'm talking to, exciting new research, and also I do a lot of work on product development for health products with people as well, because I'm so passionate about natural health. And Linda's just mentioning the clean slate from Roots that I really am promoting at the moment. Because why am I promoting it so much? Because in all honesty, we all take a lot of appearance. Well, most of us, perhaps I should take a bit more in our external appearance, but cleaning our mind and body from the inside out is the most important thing we can do. And I think all of us who are watching here are realizing that we have got so much that's been pumped into us from chemtrails, from water, from food. I mean, my God, the things that are coming out that are in our food, from these sort of things, from medicines, electromagnetic energy, from all sorts of so many different negative influences on us. And what I find is the more I take care of my physical vessel and get myself on track there, the more emotionally that I really, really clear. And so I can honestly say my intuition, my telepathy, my communication skills are just going up and up on a daily basis. And that's not bragging at all. It's because I've completely removed over the years any resistance to that taking place. And the more you trust and the more you let go and just take the ego out of it and just let the universe do its thing, the clearer the messages that come through. So I really hope that that all of you are spending some time on yourselves, whatever that might look for you. So a lot of my friends that I've been speaking to are really into yoga, and I don't do yoga much. I've done it in the past. I love it, but my time is spent outside looking after all the animals, etc. And that's really, really important. So I love walking with my dogs, with my ponies. I'm outside a lot. I've literally just spent the last 2 hours mucking out, poo picking the horses field, cleaning out the guinea pigs, etc. I absolutely love it. So whatever it looks like for you, but the more we connect in with what is making our bodies physically good, the better our minds and the better our intuition. So mind, body, spirit, they're all linked, the trilogy. And we've got here, Tina is saying, just done a 9-day fast, healed my body, never felt better in life. I'm exactly the same, Tina. I'm just about to do another 10-day cleanse rather than a fast, starting on the 19th with a group of people. And that's going to be really, really important. So I will let you all know how that's going. If people still want to join me, then there's time to do that. So I think it's really, really important that we take care of our physical bodies, because we are within a spiritual body having a physical experience. And if we don't look after our physical vessel, then our spirituality gets shut down and our intuition gets shut down. And I think this is what has actually happened to a lot of people, is that a lot of the time we've been so busy and in high states of constant stress that our environment has kept us in, that we haven't had time to care for ourselves. And that really takes its toll, both emotionally and spiritually. I love this. Spicy Dame, Southern California, land of the lost. No, there's a lot of you there from California. It's really, really important that you all connect in together, because I think, yes, California is going through some really challenging times, but there's some amazing people in California. I keep seeing them. Right, we've got Susanna saying, tuned internal energy felt calm, like anticipation, but a scent of panic, like waiting for the camera to roll. Now, isn't this interesting? One of my big messages for a while now is just not to wait for anything. And what I mean by that is taking inspired action. So tuning in, meditating, getting out in nature, going still, whatever works for you, to actually listen to your intuition. But I have so many people that speak to me, write to me, talk to me, and sort of saying, when this happens, I'm going to open my animal sanctuary. When this happens, I'm going to do this. When this happens, I'm going to get myself fit and healthy again. And I think it's really, really important to say, don't wait. Start what you want to do now. If you want to start an animal sanctuary, rescue and adopt an animal now, and really pour everything into it, of researching what's the best food, how do you avoid chemicals pumping into them, what do they need socially, what do they need emotionally, what do they need diet wise, what do they need to playtime wise and exercise wise. So really research everything you need to about that animal that you're adopting. It doesn't matter whether it's a mouse, a guinea pig, a horse, a cat, a dog, whatever it might be, but start now. And when you give back out to something and you're pouring your love into something else, you get that back tenfold. So even if you think you don't know how to do something, your dream, then, you know, take that first step, and really, really just really start to take action. Because I personally find it quite frustrating when people are waiting for this, waiting for that, etc. And actually, you can't keep waiting. You really cannot wait. You've got to take action, and then listen to feedback from yourself. Because you'll know, if you're tuned in with yourself, you will know whether it's working for you. So please do, you know, take that action, start, and then when you've actually you know, taken some action, listen. And if it's working for you, if you're feeling good, if you're feeling better, keep going. If it's not, then take a change of path, but don't wait. So important, because otherwise it's, you know, you're not going to get anywhere if you keep doing the same things. Sorry to say, Lorraine, you're struggling at the moment. Let's all give Lorraine, let's all send her some really, really positive energy at the moment. And we're all going to go through those periods when we're struggling. So it's fantastic when you reach out and ask for help in that, because sometimes it can just be a simple little thing that can really, really make all the difference. So let's all send Lorraine some real love, and I hope you're receiving that, Lorraine, and hopefully your day will really pick up. I absolutely agree, Rob. One of the best things we do is to breathe, and there's loads of free resources on YouTube. I am a big fan of Wim Hof. I'm a really big fan of Wim Hof. I'm a really good fan of Bruce Lipton, of Greg Braden, of Joe Dispenza. And when I mean fan, it's not hero worshipping, but I've tried their techniques and they really, really work. I will put my hand up and say I'm not great at the cold showers, because it can be pretty cold being outside all the time. So, but I think it's really, really important that we look at some of these resources and start putting them into consistent action, because it's no good doing these things. There's so no good doing these things for a little bit and then stopping. I want animals. My husband had me get... Do you mean get rid of my dog? I'm so brokenhearted. Well, quite frankly, RM, if your husband had you get rid of your dog, I would have got rid of the husband a lot quicker than I'd have got rid of my dog. And I'm actually not joking when I'm saying that. I'm going to be a little bit harsh on you here. I just don't get someone that says that. I just don't get that someone says, no one, if you really wanted to keep your dog, surely to goodness, you could actually find a way to keep it and do that. I don't understand this mentality. Perhaps it's just me. When people are saying someone made me do something, I think, again, now is the time to say enough. If your boundaries aren't strong enough or clear enough, I would really get some help for that. I just really, really would really look at that, because, and I'm not being harsh, I know we go through stages, we all go through stages where perhaps, and I'm just guessing here, where your confidence dips, or you don't feel you've got a support network about that. Well, that's not what she said, Spicy Dame. We can all go into different what ifs, maybe this, maybe that. But what she actually said, and what the words I put out there, that she put out there, was my husband made me get rid of my dog. So our words have power and our words have meaning, and we need to say what we mean and mean what we say. So we can all then jump to conclusions and say things like this, but I'm going literally on what she said. And I'm just saying, I think this is, I'm hearing this so many times, we all are, about saying, you know, someone made me do this. I had to do this to keep my job. I had to do this because of that. And the idea is, no, we didn't. We didn't. If it's that important to you, you will make a way out of it. You'll find some sort of support network so that you actually, you know, you actually make that happen. So I think gone are the excuses. I'm sorry, I'm just not tolerating any excuses. I can help people, and we can all help people work through obstacles. And what I find is when you talk it through with a good friend, with a supportive person that can look at things a little bit more objectively, then sometimes solutions that you can't think of on your own come to mind. So there's loads of times where if we're so close to a situation, we can't always see the answer ourselves. So when you then start asking people who've really got your best interest at heart for some advice, how do you see the situation? What are my other options? There are always other options. Yeah. So what I would say is if anyone's feeling in that place where they feel, because it is just a feel, that they are not getting the support they need or being forced into do something, I would take a really close look and say, is that real? And where else can you go to get a different perspective? Because in my experience, it's never real. Dad Pony Girl, this isn't really the time to start asking me questions, I'm afraid. My pony has sore red parts in his eyes. There could be so many different things to that. There would be so many questions. And again, I'm going to call this out because you cannot, I appreciate that people want to know things like that, but there's so many things that could be causing your pony to have red eyes. So it would be ridiculous for me to come out with something without knowing how you're keeping your pony, what their immune system's like, what you're feeding them, what their exercise regime is like, whether they're stressed, whether they're showing any other health issues. So we've gone to the days really where we've got this sort of one fix for different problems. Okay. You know, we've got to look at things holistically. I work holistically with my clients. So if people have got a health problem with their animals, then research it yourself, but look at the overall health. It's never just a problem with the eye. So even if you're saying CC, where you're saying my kitty has a sty on her eye, well, a sty on her eye is a sign that her immune system is depressed. So yes, you could use something like colloidal silver initially, whilst you're addressing why have they got a sty on their eye in the first place. So what I'm saying for that is it's absolutely fine. We'll all come across issues. So one of my dogs has got a bit of a skin issue at the moment from an allergy to fleas. I mean, literally one flea on them, they come out. So what I'm doing is I can address the skin allergy naturally, whilst I'm addressing why she got fleas in the first place. So you don't look at the issue in isolation. It doesn't matter with our own health, whether we're looking at the health of our animals. You've got to look at the diet, the environment, the stress. Is it living in a way that a horse or a cat should be living? We all get run down, but it's a sign. These symptoms are a sign that something is out of balance. So don't just treat the eye, treat the whole animal. Look at the whole environment, the mind, body, spirit, and let's see. Okay. And yeah, there are things that you can do, absolutely. But what I'm saying is you can't just say my problem's got an eye. And seriously, one of my ponies has just died. I don't want him to die. Well, I don't want him to die, but one of your ponies has died and it's got this. Then you need to seriously be looking into what's going on with them, not asking me a question on a live video. If you want to book a consult so we can go through it properly, book a consult. Have you got a vet out? Do you know what the other one's done? But this makes me really cross, actually. And I don't care if I come across as hard, because what on earth do you expect me to say to this? Do you know? And people are giving tips in there, but, it's like, look at the situation. You've had one pony die. What did it die of? What are the situations? How are you keeping your ponies? What's the information, etc.? So, yeah, fine. Do switch it off, but please have a look at the whole situation. Reach out and get help. Look at there's some really good natural resources on YouTube with some really good holistic vets, but you have to actually look at the whole thing. And no, it's not negative blasting, Cheryl. You can take it how you actually, and you said you were switching off, so just go. It's just, we've got to get out of this information. Yeah, go Shelley, because you've got to actually get out of this attitude, this victim mentality where we've got problem solution, and look at the whole thing. I really do think chemtrails are poisoning us and our animals, because I think that a lot of the stuff are poisoning us and our animals. But I try not to get depressed about it. I try to take action on it and sort of say, what can I do? Because there's some things we cannot change. And what I do think that it's really hard not to sometimes get depressed when things are actually getting on top of you. But equally, you have to take responsibility. And if people are saying to me, change my vibration, no, I'm really happy with my vibration, because I'm calling this out, because you cannot expect to get veterinary advice on a general YouTube live. If that's where you're going for your answers, it's like going to your doctor and asking for nutrition advice. If we keep asking the wrong people and the wrong situations for advice, we're not going to get it. And then we get into a blame mentality where we're not getting what we want. So if we look and sort of say, this is where I'm at, this is what I need, and where is the most appropriate place for me to go and get that advice? So I think it's really, really important. And I've just seen there, she died of founder. That's a really awful experience to go through. There's lots of advice I can point you to on that. Contact me separately. Come on to one of the lives I do with Dr. Timo when we're talking about animal health. But basically, what the founder is a sign of toxicity in the system. It's really awful. So the person that mentioned again about the chemtrails and things. Toxicity comes in through our air, through our water, through our mind, through our food, through electromagnetic radiation. And some of that we can change and some of it we can't change. But what I would say is that just look at what you can change and concentrate on that. I love this visionary endeavours. Dr. Emoto with his water crystals, absolutely amazing stuff you can do just with positive visualization. And if you can't afford products, then pour your positive energy into it, because Dr. Emoto proved that just by saying to water, I love you, will change the vibration. So I love it. You know, yeah, animals are like us. We need to be diagnosed and healed holistically. And it's really, really great when it's great that people are looking into this, but equally, it does take some effort and research to that, because these symptoms are always a warning sign for us. So one of the best quotes that I saw just before I came on was this. Now, this was on someone's Telegram chat. All parasites fear this word. This was absolutely fantastic, because we know that this substance has got lots of good things to offer at this time for various different things, but it's not a cure-all, by the way. It's not a cure-all, because things like this do come with side effects. So it's a great to be used and when needed. And what I really love is I love the fact that people are asking these questions now and pushing their vets, their doctors, holistic practitioners for other solutions. So what I've seen over the last year is I've seen people, particularly the people that are watching this, absolutely fantastic in terms of the fact that they are really questioning and saying, well, what about this? What can this do? Let me understand how it works so I can make a decision whether it's right for myself, whether it's right for my animals. So that's really, really important. And what I would say is it's really worth you setting aside a bit of time each week to research something you're passionate about. So if you've got animals, research natural cures to the conditions that you're seeing, and you'll find there's loads of fantastic resources out there that you can get hold of, a lot of them free of time. I'm going to come on to this at the moment. Problem is I give mixed messages, as on occasions you freely give out advice, and sometimes when people are wild or stressed, they're going to put their problems out there. I do, but I'm on a live. I'm not doing one of my animal shows at the moment. I do a weekly animal show where I give loads of free advice. Seriously, what do people expect of me? I do think it is absolutely, you know, fine. Just tune off. If you don't like what I'm saying, tough love. I'm doing the best I can. What are you doing, Phil? I'm giving so much advice. I'm putting so much solutions out there, but I cannot sit there and answer a serious medical question on an animal on a Facebook Live. So if you don't like it, then find someone that can do that. That's great. I think this is a really important point, Mary. Not all can afford the amazing products. Some have no pounds. I think this is really, really good point you've brought up, Mary. Now, one of the things that I know really works, because I've done it myself, is your vibration and your work. So you can bless your water, you can bless your food for you and your animals. You can literally do so many things by researching yourself. You can go out and forage yourself. I was out foraging this morning for herbs for the ponies and for the guinea pigs, and it was such good fun. Took the dogs with me, took quite a lot of time, took various different baskets with me, and we got chestnuts, and we got nettles, and we got cleavers, and we got dandelions, and we got hawthorns. So this is a really good point, Mary. There's so much out there. There's some brilliant, brilliant natural health videos that have got telling you how to prepare your own herbal teas, how to prepare your own tinctures. Dr. Emoto's work that's out there, a lot of it is free, about how to bless your food and your water and your air and everything else. So I think that's really, really good that you realize that everyone's in a different situation. So some people have got more time available and less money. And that's where they're going to have such fun researching this stuff themselves, going out foraging, blessing it, even writing little messages. I mean, what I did for quite a long while, and it worked really, really well, is wrote really lovely messages on my animals' feed mats and put their water on that. And that's really, really good. Tuning forks, really great idea. Lots of lovely things with tuning forks, energy medicine. There's some beautiful, Mary, free videos on YouTube with all different healing frequencies. So there's so much out there, whether you've got money or not. So you don't have to go down the product route. There's loads of different options to you. So please, please do look into that and don't feel you're being left out, because some people want to take physical products. Some people want to do a lot more themselves. Meditation, you can heal yourself and your animals through meditation, through Reiki, through other healing modalities. So there's so much you can do that honestly doesn't cost you a penny. And I absolutely love the fact that when people do that. So yeah. Thank you, Daponia. Really good luck for your horses. Really, really good luck. We're on the edge of losing our freedom and people are waiting for something else to fix their lives. Do you know, I do agree with that, Mary, but I also think that anyone who's watching this isn't in that state, because you wouldn't be giving up your time today to inform yourself if you were in that position. And what I find is that people are getting so good at finding their own solutions. I'm loving it. I'm loving how creative people are doing. I'm really, really loving it. So what I would do is everyone here, I find it really useful just to discuss these fears. And if you've actually got people that you can talk this through and then come up with innovative solutions. So the way I like to sound, it's like going out for a glass of wine with your best friend, and you can spend the first 10 minutes sort of offloading about what you're stressed about. And then you get together and your energy lifts and you come up with all these amazing solutions. So I think that's really, really fantastic that people are coming up with their own solutions and being really creative. And I'm seeing it all the time with people that I'm interacting with. I'm seeing people, you know, to really being the healthiest and the happiest that they've ever been, which is really wonderful. And Paul, a really good point. Many animals and us humans can be healed just in changing their environment for the better. So there's so much that we can do that that we can research ourselves. So every single day I am learning something more about the animals that I've got and how I can support them better. And when I make mistakes and get it wrong, I make sure I change something, because we do all make it. We don't know everything and we're learning things all the time. So I think that's really, really important that we do. And words do have power. So whether it's even if you've got animals that aren't very well, if you're not very well yourself, talking to them and asking them, and quite often you'll get that intuitive feedback in terms of, oh my God, I haven't looked at their water. Oh my goodness, what about their food? Or they're not getting fresh grass, or not, you know, whatever it is. So I think it's really, really important to just look at all the different resources that are available to you. And if something's not going right for yourselves, for your animals, try and do some deep breathing, take a step back and sort of say, okay, show me how I can improve this situation. That's such a powerful statement. Universe, show me how. And then quite often a light bulb moment will come to you. Ask people that you trust, give you advice. What do you think? What am I missing here, etc. And it really, really works. So just a couple more things I wanted to say. Oh, this is lovely, Lisa. Not giving up my freedom to no one. In my head, we've won this. I love seeing the world ahead. I knew I would. Oh, that's really, really lovely, Lisa. Really, really positive message. And I think even just writing something that in the chat, you're going to uplift everyone else. So Lisa's put her positive energy out there, and that's going to literally have a knock-on effect to everyone else in a chat. So thank you. Lots of you in there. Look at how one positive statement brings a train of positive statements to other people, etc. So everything we do can make a difference. And everything that we think can make a difference. And if we're feeling down, go and do something that really uplifts you. And it's amazing how quickly your mood changes. So this week, a couple of things to actually say. I have got on Monday, I'm speaking to Bryce from Esoteric Atlanta and to Tamara in Australia. So that's going to be another fun conversation. I'm also speaking to Jean-Claude in the evening, which will be live. And then I've got one of my animal health series lives on Tuesday with the vet, Dr. Timo. So that will be a place for people to jump on and ask their animal questions. We are going into looking at food labels again this week. So that's a theme for this week, so people understand that. Then I have got Janine on Wednesday. Oh my God, always a favorite time of the week. Such fun, such exciting stuff, and always so positive. On Thursday, I have got Prime Minister. I'm speaking to Prime Minister for the first time. I'm going to be on his channel. So that would be really exciting. I'm really looking for that. And also on Thursday, the lovely, lovely Jackie White, who runs a channel called Inspirations PLC. She's really adorable. We're going to be doing a talk on animal communication and how that can help people and answering people's questions on a live there. So tune in to Jackie White on that. I've got quite a busy week coming up. I'm meant to be fitting in one with Mel K as well. Mel K has had the most amazing time on the road. She's been meeting so many great people and really just finding out what's really happening out and about for those of you that are in America. So that's really, really lovely. So that's really great. So I can't wait to speak to her. And the other thing is I really want to thank Andrea, who's always on these chats. Andrea is doing a fantastic job helping with my newsletters and my Telegram channels. So I just want to finish with a bit of, we have got 2 Telegram channels now. And the reason we've got 2 is because you've all got different interests. So my CatherineEdwards.life, all the links are always below the video. So my CatherineEdwards.live Telegram channel is where we share current affairs, current news, good videos and things like that. And we've just set up this week a Catherine Edwards Health one. Now, this is where anything to do with human and animal health we will be posting. And you can actually make comments on that one as well, because there's a lot of people wanting questions about all the sorts of products, a lot of which I can't talk on here. And we didn't want them to get lost in the Catherine Edwards live. So where you want, oh, thank you, Andrea. She's posting the links here. So both of those are 2 Telegram channels. As I said, the Catherine Edwards Health one, we will just be concentrating on all aspects of human and animal health, physical, emotional, spiritual. So that's going to be a great place for people to connect that want the health side of things. And the CatherineEdwards.live. My normal website, which is scrolling by the bottom, CatherineEdwards.live. If you scroll up, if you sign up to the free newsletter there, of course it's free. Newsletter wouldn't be. Unfortunately, that website is down this weekend, but if you try again on Monday, because we're sending out more regular newsletters now to keep people informed of the stuff that we cannot say on YouTube. So I really hope that that is going to be helpful to you. And we're putting sensible subject lines in so you can choose which newsletters you want to open and which ones you want to ignore. And we absolutely won't be bombarding you, but there's so many consistent questions that I get asked that I can't say in the videos. So this is a really good way to get that information out to you. So thank you so much to Andrea, and thank you so much to everyone who's listening. That's hysterical, Mark. Yeah, exactly. So thank you so much, and have a brilliant weekend. I hope that everyone's going to get a chance to relax, do something that they really enjoy, connect with people that really uplift them and support them wherever, whether they're face-to-face contacts or across the globe, because everyone on here deserves to be really, really supported and uplifted and, you know, helped through any troubling times they've got. So thank you, everyone. Please don't forget. Oh, the final thing is, I've had so many people contact me this week to say that they've been unsubscribed from the YouTube channel. I've been unsubscribed from a couple of my favorite people as well, actually, and I didn't know until someone sent me their video. So unfortunately, we can't do a lot about that. But what we can do is we can just keep an eye on that, because then you won't miss anything coming up. Have an amazing weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, and I will really look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye.